Aldwyn. Hello, hello, Aldwyn, Aldwyn. And all I can say is OMG. And what the fudge is going on with the world? What the fudge is going on? Look, while people are wearing face masks out there, this is my face mask, right? What the fuck? What is going on with the world? COVID-19 has just made people insane. Yesterday I entered a friend's place and the first thing they said to me is hand sanitizer, right? And I thought, okay, now look, firstly, there's a lot of toxic stuff in those hand sanitizers. So I washed my hands with some soap in the bath. But seriously, what is happening to people? They have gone absolutely insane. Now, the first thing I want to mention here is please do not panic. Please do not panic. Please do some more research. Please do your own research into what is happening right now, okay? There's a lot of different stories out there about what is happening. Of course, if you're worried about getting sick, protect yourself. As far as I know, there's still a lot more people dying of the flu than there are of coronavirus. Okay, now the real figures that well, the figures we're being fed in the mass media, in traditional mainstream media, are still not accurate according to reports that I have seen. Now, if you're doubting anything I say, I recommend you watch a video by David Icke called Fiddling Figures. Okay, it's on his YouTube channel, and I found it fascinating because apparently there's no proper test for COVID-19, and apparently most people have some version of coronavirus in their system, even if they appear perfectly normal. And so there's nothing to panic about. This is not about health, it is about control. Okay? This is about control. And people are willingly giving up their freedom around the world. And now there's a great video also on YouTube called The Tiny Dot. And The Tiny Dot talks about the elite, which is about 1% of the world, a few hundred people that make up the elite society of the world that are controlling the 99% of the world. And I think it's time that people woke up and that they started to question things, right? And there's no need to panic. Now, I have swum in the ocean here on the Gold Coast every single day this week. And you know what I'm loving about it is there's hardly anyone else on the beach. There's hardly any cars on the road. People are so freaked out about this whole coronavirus issue that they're just believing whatever they mass media in the mainstream media. Now, having worked as a journalist in the mainstream media and having been involved in one way or another with TV, radio, and print over the last 36 years, I can tell you that what you are being fed by the mainstream media is not necessarily the truth, which is why I started Truth Experts at TV, because a friend of mine years ago said, "Oh, 9/11 was an inside job, right?" Well, what do you mean it was an inside job? I remember I was actually in the newsroom at the Gold Coast Fund, and I was actually working late. I was working through till midnight trying to finish my 30 stories a week at the time. And I remember seeing these planes going into this building again and again. How many times were we fed those images? Just like now, when you put on the mainstream media now, how many times are we fed an ad by the Australian government saying social distancing, keep 1.5 meters apart from everyone? It's not healthy to actually keep such a distance from people. We need human contact. We need touch as a society. And I'm getting a bit passionate about this because I'm actually blown away by how brainwashed people are, how totally brainwashed people are, and how they're not actually investigating for themselves an alternate view. And those that do have an alternate view and are called conspiracy theorists, right? The term, by the way, that was invented in the 1950s by the CIA, by the government, invented the term conspiracy theory to make a fool or mock anyone who spoke against the government, right? Well, I believe the individuals, we have minds. We only use 10% of our brains at the best of time, right? Donna Lee, see, I've been abused about doing my live outdoors. Well, that's each to their own. right? Now, people are going to abuse you. You can't control if other people are going to abuse you, right? Because everyone has their own opinion on this. And I'm just sharing my opinion. I'm not saying it's the truth, right? I'm sharing my opinion of what I'm seeing out there. And what the fudge? Like, people are literally, they're walking, and I'll keep that up a bit longer. They're actually walking away. People actually walk away from you. Like, it's this is divide and rule. Can you not see it? This is total control. This is, they're trying to bring in a cashless system. They're trying to vaccinate everybody, make it compulsory. There's so many things that are going on, so many hidden agendas. I recommend do your own research and definitely look up David Icke. Now, David Icke, I interviewed him for my show Truth Expose TV 3 years ago when he was allowed into Australia to do his tours. And you can actually see that on TV on YouTube. You can watch the interview with David Icke. And, 20 years ago, he had only a handful of people coming to his events. Now he has thousands of followers, hundreds of thousands of followers worldwide, who have seen that actually he's not a crazy man. And actually, a lot of what he talks about is actually coming true. Right? A lot of what he's talking about, it actually makes complete sense to me. I watch his videos and I say, this makes complete sense. So I encourage you, research everything. Do not just believe what you see in the mainstream media. Do yourself a favor and get informed. They say ignorance is bliss. Well, burying your head in the sand is not going to help anything right now. Okay, I suggest what the world needs right now is actually more love. I think we need love, and I know Don, we talk about this too. You're either going to come from fear or you're going to come from love in life. And as human beings, we are designed for love, not fear. We are designed for love, and the powers that be want us in fear. They want you and I to live in fear. They want us to think of each other as enemies, right? Think of each other as, oh, other people are dangerous, but the government is good. Oh, they're giving you handouts at the moment. Well, they might be giving you handouts at the moment, but let's just see where they start taxing people more in the future. Let's just see where this is going to come back and bite you in the ass. Okay, let's just see how this is going to turn around, right? Let's just see how this plays out. So in the meantime, there's great opportunities for you if you're in business right now to connect with people online. Now, I have popped on a Zoom party. Lynn Sandra, Michael Thomas, all over the world. We had a DJ there with Michael Thomas. We are DJs. And people from all over the world, from Mexico, from LA, from all over the place. It was insane. Amazing group get together, and I felt so connected to people through Zoom. It's an amazing platform, and I'm not being paid by Zoom to say this, but I do prefer Zoom over platforms like GoToWebinar and Webinar Jam, as I've seen people using lately. And what I love about Zoom is that you actually see people's faces. You can connect with people on a whole other level when you see their face and you can see them speaking, and video marketing and video connection is really important. And what I would say to you is, if you're living at home and you're feeling a bit depressed by what's going on, just turn off the news. Okay, just turn off the mainstream news and you'll feel a hell of a lot better. Okay, go outside. Now, thankfully, now one good thing that's come out of this is that now we have cleaner air, right? We can see the stars at night a lot clearer because there's not so many cars on the road. Okay, so appreciate nature. Now, I'm just about to head up today to National Park, and I'm going to have a walk in the bush, and I'm going to swim under the waterfalls and just get in amongst nature. And we have beauty all around us, and we have beauty within us. And just never forget how exceptional and how extraordinary you are as an individual. And just choose love over fear. Choose love. Okay. Renee says robots rebellion. Okay, well, yeah, whatever that means. I don't know quite what you mean by that, Renee, but Robots Rebellion. Linda says, David Icke, I used to watch his YouTube channel. Everything he says, I believe. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, look, David Icke is amazing. He makes complete sense to me. In fact, his London Real interview with Brian, the guy that's London Real, that had 3.3 million views in 1 week. And the interviewer had a different opinion, and Dave had a different opinion, and it's fascinating to watch a 5-minute interview. I highly recommend you watch that if you're questioning or you're open to questioning what is actually really going on at the moment. I would like to inform you that there's no need to fear. Okay, there's more people still, as far as I can see, and from my research, that are still dying flu than have ever died from coronavirus or COVID-19, which they can't even properly test. Okay, so don't stress yourself unnecessarily. Get out amongst nature, get into the ocean, appreciate the beautiful world we live in, and let's spread more love, not fear. Okay, more love, not fear. Okay, in line with this, it is actually a great time to be getting your message out to the masses. And I am launching some new webinars over the next, I've got 3 webinars in the next 3 weeks that you can hop in worldwide and watch. And it's called How to Gain Free Publicity During COVID-19. Okay, now as much as the mainstream media do spin a lot of stories, there's a lot of journalists that work in the mainstream media that actually are looking for points of view, particularly around COVID. Okay, so be open to sharing your message and giving alternative view on what is currently happening. For example, I worked with a guy called Dr. Mia James, who we put a press release out recently that was basically inspiring people to build their immune system during COVID-19. So the press release headline was "Fear of COVID is making people sick." Okay, and these are simple measures you can do, such as get out amongst nature, such as get some sunshine, have filtered water, get some vitamin D from the sunshine, have vitamin A, just boost your immune system, right? Do what you love, do what you're passionate about. And you can see I'm clearly passionate about sharing the story and about helping to wake people up to the truth and wake people up to questioning what is going on out there. You don't need to be a robot of society right now, right? Which I'm seeing with 99% of people out there. They are clearly just freaking out because they believe everything they see in the mainstream media. And it is complete brainwashing in my okay? Complete brainwashing. So choose love, not fear. Get informed. Look up David Icke. Love his work. And if you can join me and learn how to get your message to the masses, then come and join me at Eventbrite. You can follow me on there. All my future events are on there. I do workshops also about teaching people how to gain over $1 million worth of free publicity. And I do a mass media tribe meetup, and that's all about sharing more good news. I'm really passionate about helping get more good news stories out in the mass media. Any negative can be turned into a positive. Okay, and there's lots of positives as well happening right now in COVID, and it's about what you choose to focus on. Okay, what you choose to focus on. So, what are you going to choose to focus on right now? If you're watching this, thank you so much for joining me. What are you going to focus on right now? Are you going to focus on fear, or are you going to focus on love? On the love. Focus on love. I love that. Thank you, Linda. It's one of his books of saying, have read for years. Oh, okay. Thanks for that. Thank you. True incident. 45 of 60 choir members loved Sherry Haliger. 45 of 60 choir members that gathered in Washington State on March 12 who did not hug one another. Hello, touch, kept a few feet, contracted COVID. Wow. Many hospitalized, some dying, and most not covered yet. Amazing. Yeah, wow. Wow, thank you for sharing. It's so important that we share our truth. It's so important that you share your opinions on this and that even if you can help one person, do some more research and open their mind to a different point of view. Even if you can just help one person, then help that one person, and hopefully that one person will help one person will help one person. And it's like the 100 monkeys story. If there's a story about 100 monkeys that shifted the way they were doing things, and then suddenly monkeys from other parts of the world that weren't anywhere near these monkeys also started to shift the way they were doing things in their consciousness. And if we just shift 15% of the world's consciousness, we can impact the whole world. We can actually shift the whole world. So let's gather together. Let's realize how extraordinary we are. Gather together and spread more love. Spread more love. Appreciate the beautiful world we live in. Appreciate how extraordinary you are. Very important. And part of what I do is to inspire news to help decrease depression, anxiety, suicide rates. If you believe everything you hear in the mainstream media, you may well be depressed or suicidal right now. There's 1 million people a year worldwide, roughly, that take their own lives. And I don't believe that's necessary. I think if people did what they loved, if they saw how amazing they were and the world was, these are just some things that help pull people out of depression. And I actually did a fantastic interview with Tracy Corman on Media Queen TV about how to overcome abuse and depression. I heard on the news the other day that they're expecting increased levels of domestic violence with the current situation, increased levels of domestic violence, and that they're looking at the government's looking to put hotels that have dealt with it. It's interesting in the mainstream news they said women and children, put women and children up who have been abused. Well, men get abused too. Actually, I know a lot of men who've been abused. So this is something that goes right across the board. So part of what I do is to help decrease depression. I've had depression in the past. I know what it's like when you feel like you're in a dark tunnel, with no light at the end of the road. I know what that's like. I've had 4 friends who've taken their own lives before the age of 45. Absolutely just tragic because they were all amazing people, and it was just one dark moment that it took for them to end. You are one in a billion just being born. So I would like to share with you today on this beautiful Sunday how extraordinary you are, and never forget how extraordinary you are, and that you can make a difference, and everything you do makes a difference and impacts someone around you. So if you're moved at all by what you've seen here today, please share the love, put your comments in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. What is your opinion about what's going on right now? Have you shifted the way you do things since this whole COVID-19 hysteria has come about? How are you doing things differently? Are you seeing this as an opportunity maybe to launch an online business? What are you doing differently now because of this situation? So please share. I'd love to hear from you. God is love. Thank you, Joy. Lovely. Story of the spiritual David Icke. Beautiful. That's right. Yeah, Renee, David Icke actually saw a psychic, as I shared in my interview with him 3 years ago. He saw a psychic 25 years ago, and she said to him, "Start revealing great secrets to the world." And he actually said, like pieces of a puzzle, information started to come to him. And you can just see the passion when you hear that guy speak. He's had multiple death threats. He's had a lot of mockery over the years, but he keeps going because that's his truth. So what is your truth? What is your truth that maybe you've had fear around speaking about? Maybe now is the time. Maybe now is the time, because let's face it, the minute we're born, we start dying. So you may as well make the most of it, right? Make the most of it. Spread love, not fear. Love yourself. Speak your truth. Change the world one message at a time. On my bandwagon today. Anyway, please come and join me if you're interested in any of my upcoming events. I'd love you to join me. Free publicity during COVID-19 event on Good Friday, 10 a.m. on Friday. I've also got one each week for the next 2 weeks after that. All the details are on Mass Media Tribe on Facebook and Meetup. Join Mass Media Tribe. A few questions that we'll ask you, and then just join the Mass Media Tribe on Facebook or and love to see you in our group, in our tribe of people spreading good news and spreading love, not fear, spreading love, not fear. That's what we need right now. And I just want to share I love you, and be the best version of you that you can be, because I think that's what we're here for. We're here to do that. And also Eventbrite. You can join me there, Eventbrite. All the events are listed as well. If you just look up my name, I'll be the only one with that name, Aldwyn, clearly. Media Queen on Eventbrite, and Mass Media Tribe on Meetup and on Facebook. All right, thank you, Diana. You're saying you're amazing. Love you, girl. Keep love. You have such a beautiful heart. Mwah. Thank you so much, Diana. I really appreciate that. And please go spread the love as well. If you resonated at all with anything I've said, spread the love and help people see how extraordinary they are and how extraordinary the world is. And help, please help people wake up to what is going on here, and wake up, do your own research. Don't just believe what you see in the mainstream media. We have been fed fake news again and again and again, time after time after time, and it's been to push agendas. 9/11 was to push the war on terror and multiple other things. Do your own research. When I started to find out this information, once you open your eyes and start to, use your logic around this, you see that it's one lie after another, and unfortunately the powers that be, the few elite that run the world, they're psychopaths and sociopaths. They don't care about other people. It's all about money, greed, power for them. And I'm sure money can be used for good or it can be used for evil. If you have money, if you're a good person, do more good. If you're not, if you have other intentions, then anyway, I can keep on going, but just do your own research, spread more love. Remember to party and to celebrate your friends, and just remember you're extraordinary and that you can do, be, have whatever you want in the world, no matter what craziness is happening around you. You cannot control what other people are doing. You can control what you can do and how you respond. So here's to spreading more love and responding in a more loving, kind way. Be kind to others because, we're all in this together. We're all in this together. And if anything, we should be questioning powers that be about what the agendas are around all this. It is, I believe, about control, not about health. So that being said, have a beautiful Sunday or Saturday, or wherever you are in the world. Go and shine your light and speak your truth. Speak your truth. And I'd love you to join me at Mass Media Tribe. Come and join the group on Facebook. And love to see you there. Lots of love from me to you on the Gold Coast. Just know there's someone on the Gold Coast that loves you. Okay. And I give you love. And even those that hate me, I give you love as well, because hurt people. Okay. Just remember that hurt people hurt people. So if you have people in your life that are being nasty to you, most likely they're hurting as well. So send them love and compassion. It doesn't mean you need to hang out with those people, but send them love and compassion, and hopefully with the ripple effect of that love and that light, we can help change the world for the better. So thank you so much for joining me. Beautiful day and lots of love to you. See you again soon.